Hi everybody, I hope that you're enjoying following us and you enjoy watching our videos. I hope that these videos are constructive and helpful for you. Actually today we're going to have another tip for speaking, how to improve our speaking. This tip is about how to use the spinning wheel for speaking practice. The good thing about using the spinning wheel for practice is that it could be used individually, or it could be used something like practice or contest with your pair, with your partner, speaking partner. I just simply googled about it and I found a picker wheel website. This is a really handy website. This is user friendly and simple to use. As you see, you have a spinning wheel over there with several places, with several sections, and then you have input section. Here in the input section you can simply add your questions here. So for speaking practice, you can have different kind of questions here. You can choose your questions from one topic, about one genre of the question, one topic of the question, or you can use different topics of different questions. Anyway, it depends on the practice. Every time you can change, and every time you can have a variety of practices. Okay, let's see how does it work. Actually, it's better to say that a spinning machine is a good way to improve your speaking, because it helps you to shift from one topic to another one, and it helps you to make up your mind in just no minutes suddenly when you see another question. So as you know, most of the time speakers, the candidates, IELTS candidates or TOEFL candidates, they have complained about how to change from one topic to another one, from one idea to another one. So it helps you to make up your mind in a quick way. It helps you to just find your ideas. It helps you to speak for several points at once. So I believe that it is going to be helpful. Okay everybody, now let's see how does this spinning wheel works and how we can use this for speaking. As I told you, can use this spinning individually, or you can use with your speaking partner as contest, and you can have your turns and speak to the questions that you randomly face. The good feature is random questions that you face here. Okay, let's see how does this spinning wheel works. We need to just insert some questions in the input section on the right side of this spinning wheel website. And okay, I just need to Google for latest IELTS speaking questions about news. I have some questions here. I need to just copy the questions here and then paste it here, add to the spinning wheel. Okay, so I need to go to another question. I can again copy it, insert in this section, simply add it. Then I go to another question. As many questions I have, I will have more random questions, so it will be tough, especially when you have contest with your friend, you have practice with your friend. I'm not very sure. Okay, so as you see, I added about 10 questions, but okay, my topic is about news, and you can choose several topics, different kind of topics, or you can have, each time you can just choose one topic: animals, news, cities, housing, jobs, and you can add questions about that and practice, or you can use various from different kind of topics. Okay, it has a feature to hide the question bar, so I'm going to hide the question bar, as you see. Okay, I just simply omitted the question bar, and what is left is this spinning wheel. Let's see how does it work. So I just need to push the button in the middle here, in the center, spin. Okay, let's do it. Control 10. Mhm. Okay, the first question I have is what type of news do you prefer to read? Actually, I'm not much into the news, but if I read the news, I prefer to read something about entertainment and about sports. So sports news is important for me because I usually follow about my favorite team's result, and about entertainment, what is going around, the latest release of the movies, and those sort of things. Okay, and let's go to another practice. Okay. Do you think it is important to follow the news? Actually, I think it is important to follow the news because of several reasons. One is that we usually have a small talk with our friends, our colleagues, and it is important to know about the latest news because these are usually the topics of the small talks. And on the other hand, sometimes we make evaluation and judgment based on the news. For example, our travel could be simply based on the weather forecast, or our buying and selling something could be simply based on the economic news. Okay. How do most people in your country access the news? Actually, access to the news totally changed from last decade to now, because nowadays most of the people have mobile phone, and every time they get the notifications from the browsers or from social media, or I suppose that they are following news from the Telegram channels or Instagram or some channels dedicated to news. Okay, let's have another practice. This is going well. You see, it is really good for suddenly they make decision and shift from one idea to another idea. So I believe that this is really good practice. Do you think it is necessary for people to watch foreign news? Actually, I think that in international context, the context of international companies or universities, it is important for people to grab about the latest news because they can make evaluation judgment based on that. They can have a small talk about that with their friends. However, for local people, I mean that for the people who aren't international business, it might not be as that much necessary. Okay, that was a tough question. Let's have another question. Okay, let's see what is our random question here. What kinds of famous people are usually in the news in your country? Actually, in my country, most of the time, celebrities and politicians are the title and topic of the news, and those high-profile people usually are screened, and the news is mostly about them. Okay, let's have another question. Okay, we have how has social media changed how we consume news? Actually, social media made it for people to have easy access to the news, and we know that sometimes it is true that it is not reliable because of very quick reaction toward the news, and without evaluation or without having enough clues about that, they make some big claims. So I suppose that nowadays people are making a rapid judgment, and they have quick interpretation of the incidents and accidents, and they don't have enough time something like wise judgment about the issues. Okay, it was again tough question too. Let's go to another question. Let's see how is this random question. So as I'm answering, you can also pause it and answer yourself. It is really good. What's the difference between new media and old media? Actually, I could see about a couple of differences between the oldest and the newest ones. The one of them is the access. I mean that nowadays people have easy access toward the media and the news. I mean that it is kind of convenient. It is by their mobile phone, and it is really easy for them to have access to the latest news. However, in the past, it was very difficult for people because news usually published about one day later on the papers, or just once or twice a day broadcasted from the TV. Another one is actually the reliability. I believe that because in the past people had, the publishers, the journalists have more time for interpretation and finding the sources. The news were much more reliable than now, but nowadays because we have rapid and quick response and reaction toward the news and incidents, sometimes they aren't reliable, and sometimes some even private agencies also want to have popularity, or because of advertisement they have really quick reactions toward the news, which usually lessens their kind of reliability. Okay, so I hope that you're enjoying watching this. And okay, this is practical idea. I said if you are practicing for speaking, improving your speaking, you can use variety of methods, and each method has its own benefits, and it's better to use every kind of method. Do you pay much attention to headlines? Actually, yes. Every morning that I get up, I get notifications from my mobile phone, from the web pages, browsers, social media, and I just skim through the headline, and if there is something nice, I grab the headline and I go to the detail to read more about the high-profile news. Okay, everybody, as you see, you can also add some more items over there. For example, you can add some more question. For example, ask your question. When you are doing this with your friend, a speaking partner, ask your own question. So you can ask your question from your friend when you have this spinning wheel, so it would be also constructive, so it can add mutuality in your speaking, the interaction in your speaking. I believe that would be even helpful when you are doing together with your friend. Okay, there are also some features in this web page. For example, you can select about the, as you see, you can come to here, click to expand, and then you can see some more features such as reducing the time. The time that spinning duration, for example, to 5 seconds. You can even decrease it much more. And the spin behavior, spin speed wheel, okay, so you can add the speed, okay, and put it at the maximum 10, and you can simply save it. Okay, it is saved for us. Thanks to those that designed picker wheel, it is really handy. We can at least simply use it. Let's see how does it work. Okay, speed, yes, that is right, it is speedy. Any question I face now, I'm going to give long answer. Okay, something that is usually we have in TOEFL exam or IELTS task 2. Okay, let's see what is it. What is my rant? Do you think it is necessary for people to watch foreign news? Why this one? Okay, actually, I think that it isn't necessary for everyone, and it depends on the context of the people. If the person is living in or working in international context, it's better to read about the foreign news. If these kind of news have effect on their business or relationship with other people, it is really good to be informed about the breaking news from around the world. However, for some people who are working locally and they don't have a kind of relationship with foreign people, I suppose that perhaps it is not necessary. In addition, I think that grabbing the news, no matter it is local news, national news, or foreign news, can increase the person's knowledge about the world, and it could be really helpful for the person to have something to talk with other people, and also on the other hand increase the knowledge about the world. I think that world knowledge that we grab is very important to boost our knowledge about everything. Okay, it was a really difficult question, but because we didn't have, I didn't have preparation. Okay, let's go to another one. That was a good question. I'm going to answer short one, this one. So short response. Ask your own question. That is good. Ask your own question. My own question is, describe the latest news that you hear. the latest news that I heard was a catastrophic news, the breaking news of Iran president's helicopter crashes into the mountains on the way back from inauguration of the dam in the northwest of Iran. Unfortunately, we heard about that news about several days ago, and we were really sorry to hear that. All the world were shocked by this news, that how such accident could happen. And as the officials in the country reported, it was because of the mechanical problems that happened during that trip. Actually, they were in they were three helicopters convoy coming back from the northwest of Iran, and this happened near to my city. For several hours, people were the security teams were trying to locate the crashes and the wreck of the helicopter, and finally, after several hours of effort, they could find it. Okay, as you see, it is working very well, and I hope that it is really useful for you and you grab the idea how this could be a practical and constructive kind of method for improving your speaking. You see, you can grab your ideas very fast, you can improve this skill of speaking in yourself, then you can learn about how to make rapid transition from one idea to another one, and the third one, you could see how reliability is in your speaking. I mean that each time that you have a similar random question, you can modify your response, you can improve your response the second time. It also increases your reliability in speaking. Okay, if you like to have the same practice with me, please just put the comments over there so we can have practice. You may name it contest, so we can have contest together. I mean that we can have our turns. You can answer one, I can answer the second one, and this would be really nice. So please don't forget to put comments over there, and please like, subscribe, because those ones give me really energy. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching.